Hello, you're watching Hornbill TV's On Live Bulletin, and in today's On Live special bulletin, today we focus on Assam. Speaking of Assam, the elections are to be held on April 9th, and this would be the first elections after the Assam delimitation, especially for the Assam Assembly elections. There are 126 seats up for grabs, and political parties in Assam have started their political campaigns, and we will be speaking to our correspondent Anirudh Laskar shortly, but before which, speaking of elections, the Bharatiya Janata Party has announced the first list of 88 candidates for Assam Assembly elections, fielding both former Congress prominent leaders Pradyut Bordoloi and Bhupen Kumar Bora. BJP has fielded Pradyut Bordoloi from Dispur after he ended his lifelong association with Congress and joined the party in the presence of Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Wednesday. Former Congress State President Bhupen Kumar Bora, who jumped ship weeks before, will contest from Bipuria, a seat which he lost to the BJP candidate in the last two elections. However, with BJP banners on his side, the two-time MLA is looking for a third victory. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma is set to contest from his traditional Jalukbari seat. BJP Minister Piyush Hazarika will contest from Jagi Road, Rupali Langthasa from Haflong and Prasanta Phukan from Dibrugarh. Incumbent Hitendra Nath Goswami will defend his Jorhat seat against Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi. Diganta Kalita, candidate from Kamalpur Assembly Constituency, Assam, said the release of the party's candidate list marks a new beginning for him as he has once again been given the opportunity to contest from the seat. Expressing gratitude after the announcement, Kalita said he bows to Modi and thanked Himanta Biswa Sarma for placing their trust in him. And speaking of elections, now we will be joined by our correspondent in Assam, Anirudh Laskar, and we will speak to him more about this whole election process, the fever that is gripping the state of Assam, and whether the old political parties have any future for them. First of all, good morning, Anirudh. Thank you so much for joining us. Starting off, the Election Commission has announced that the State Assembly elections for Assam will be held on April 9th and the counting will take place on May 4th. So, now that you're in the ground yourself, has the election fever gripped the citizens of Assam?
You see, Akivito, the total this time around, after 25 long years, Assam is seeing an election which will be held in only one phase. On 9th of April, they will go to the polls. In all the past 25 years, the number of elections were held. It used to happen in 2 or 3 phases. So there is to be some planning behind all those things, like the Barak Valley used to have in the first phase, the Upper Assam used to be in the second phase, something like that. But this time around, the Election Commission has clearly stated that on 9th of April, Assam would go for polls. All the 126 seats would go for polls. Today is 20th of March. They haven't given much time also because the filing of nominations is, last date of filing of nominations is 23rd, 3 days from now. Tomorrow is Eid, so there will be a holiday for that. No nominations would be taken. Today is one day when many stalwarts are casting to filing their nominations today. But in Barak Valley, 23rd is an auspicious date. Many of the candidates are saying. Yesterday itself, many of the candidates arrived somewhere in Delhi, somewhere in Guwahati, after the names were declared officially at around 12 noon. The BJP as of now has 88 seats out of 89. One seat they had votes. They might be giving it to their alliance partner. And AG testing in 26. And BPF, the Bodoland People's Front, would contest in 11. So it's all stacked, you know, because BJP wants to come to the power for the third time round. Akivito.
All right, Anirudh, now coming back to the first. Assam is going to be having elections after 25 years just in one phase. Another first time for Assam also would be Assam witnessed the Lok Sabha elections after the Assam delimitation, in which seats were reduced, some have been joined, and now this is going to be the first Assam Assembly elections after the delimitation took place. Do you think that this delimitation process, if you look at it, the SC or rather scheduled caste seats have increased from 8 to 9? Then the scheduled tribe seats have increased from 16 to 19, while in Bodoland, the seat from 11 seats, it's increased to 15. So do you think that even the voters might be a little confused, or is it now okay for them and there is no more confusion left? And do you think this is going to play a major role in the voting pattern of the voters from Assam?
You see, this delimitation has definitely changed many things. Say, for example, I am standing here right now. One to my right or one to my left is a different constituency.
Okay.
Not somewhere in between. And that is how, out of the 15 assembly seats in Barak Valley, places just now, as you have said, the numbers have changed.
Yes.
And that also returns also the number of seats. It's changed. One assembly constituency which had, say, for example, around 1.5 lakh votes has gone to 1.8 lakh votes. And out that extension of another 30,000 would go, it will be a factor. The calculation has been made around. The calculation has been, Himanta Biswa Sharma is a shrewd campaigner, is a good player of this political arena. He knows what to be done. He has chosen the candidates also this time around. Many people have been dropped. Many senior people have been dropped. Minister Nandita Gowda of Assam has been dropped. Deputy Speaker has been dropped. Siddhartha Bhattaji, the one person who brought him in 2015 to BJP from the Congress, has been dropped. Those names who have been dropped would make a factor for or not in the later times. But as of now, the calculations are very clear on part of Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma as to which candidates he wants for winning this Assam elections for the third time round.
All right, now coming back to the main story that is actually putting Assam on the headlines of, or rather national news, is the fact that the Congress party, we see a lot of leaders from the Congress switching sides to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Well, when Gaurav Gogoi was elected as the Assam Pradesh Congress Committee President, there were apprehensions, or rather there was optimism that Gaurav Gogoi, being such a staunch leader, could attract, or rather attract the Gen Z crowd. But as the elections are nearing, we are seeing such huge faces like Pradyut Bordolai, Bhupen Kumar Bora. Then we've even got Kamalakya Purkhasta, who is was the sitting MLA of a Congress party, but now he's switched to the BJP. What is going on with the Congress party in Assam? Why are there so many defections taking place, especially this year in 2026? Are there any particular reasons?
You see, just after Gaurav Gogoi joining as the president of, there were certain things which he should have done, but instead aligning or taking into confidence the senior leaders of the side, he fall back upon some other people, some other forces, which many senior leaders did not like, as to the suggestions that these senior leaders were giving. Like I have been ashamed time and again.
Yes.
In many meetings I have been told many things, and not listen to me as to what I am suggesting. So these are the factors which might come into effect. Many people are, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma directly said around 15-20 days back that Pradyut Bordolai would be joining.
Bora and Devabrata Soikia, they too within a year or so will be joining the BJP. And he has clearly stated that he wants all good leaders of the Congress to join the BJP party, because anyone in Sanatani in BJP, in Congress, cannot stay in that party. So he's trying to bring in all the forces in order to make Assam a very vibrant state in the coming days. Thank you, Peter.
All right, so Anirudh, now speaking about Himanta Biswa Sharma being a very shrewd politician, well, he has always said that he is still waiting for some Congress leaders to join the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, with such tall figures of the party leaving Congress party and joining the BJP, what is the current dispensation of the voters? Because a lot of these voters elected these leaders when they were in the Congress party. Do you feel that that loyalty is still going to exist even though they've switched their party?
As far as is concerned, if you take into comparison the election voter of election in 2001, the percentage of BJP and the Congress was not much of a difference at that time. This difference, get bigger around, has to be seen when the election results comes out. But as of now, Congress was not much of a difference at that time. This difference, get bigger time around,
And there is another Assam Jatishabadi Parishad,
Yes.
CPI, and many other parties are there in that. But whether they will be able to make an effect or defeat the BJP in the coming days is what watching for now. Activate.
All right, Anirudh, now coming to a very different aspect of this whole election campaign. Well, if you look at it, the general state of things, I think many states that are going to polls are learning from the Bihar elections, in which one thing that was noticed in the Bihar elections in which the BJP had a thumping victory was also the release of money, particularly in terms of schemes where money was sent to the voters' account just before the elections. Well, as soon as the Election Commission of India had their press conference and announced the date of elections for the various states in India, just a few weeks before that, the Chief Minister of Assam launched, or rather dispersed, money for the Chief Minister Atmanirbhar Assam Ashwani, which is a scheme for entrepreneurs in which 2 to 5 lakh were given to entrepreneurs with very less interest rates. The next thing is the Mukhyamantri Mahila Udyamita Abhiyan, which is basically a seed in which 10,000 rupees was given to all the women farmers. So do you think that this kind of a strategy is a new thing for India elections, especially Indian state elections, and do you think that this is going to really benefit the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Exactly, Akivito. You see, for the 3 months, the Chief Minister of Assam has traveled almost
Each day, he has traveled by air, he has traveled by chopper just to reach those venues and give these schemes. As you say, Mukhyamantri Mahila Udyamita Abhiyan.
Yes.
Not only that, there is many other schemes for the women, for the kids, for the children, for the old persons. These schemes were for the last 3 months. The Chief Minister has traveled right across each and every district. Every day there were around 4 such meetings, 4 such gatherings where the checks were distributed to these home folks. And I have seen the craze the people had for him. Not only that, he had also started a yatra also in various parts of Assam. So these factors, it catches the imagination of the people. And BJP has started, playing with those emotions of the people, how to attract them, how to bring them forward. And it's true that development itself is what BJP is begging for to get the vote of the people.
All right, now coming to another aspect of Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, who's eyeing another term as the Chief Minister. Well, there was a petition filed in the Supreme Court in which the allegations was that the CM, during one of his political campaigns, he spoke against a particular community, and after which the BJP Assam took out an even slanderous video in which the CM could be seen targeting Muslims or Mias. So after which the Supreme Court told that the Supreme Court was not the right platform to file such a PIL and that it would need to come back to Guwahati. So is there any more updates in which on this particular case, because the Guwahati High Court has taken cognizance over such speech, but has there been any updates on this, because this news doesn't seem to find time in national media?
These cards very well. Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, where to say what and when. And these things are a part of his all-round campaign that he started a long time back. And that's the reason why he came to Baragweli also, and he directly said, I know how many seats I'm going to get from here and which seats I'm leaving for the Mia communities. And he categorically said, the Mias won't vote for me. The indigenous or the genuine Muslim folk, Assam would vote for us. In those words that he's using, he is trying to bring in even those Mias who would be voting for him at some point of time in these elections also. In many constituencies, even the BJP has got maximum number of votes from the Muslims also, a Muslim community as such. And that is the reason why this time around he is banking on increasing the numbers. Last time it was around 75 or so, and this time he wants to take it closer to 100 or even 90 to 100, somewhere in between.
All right, Anirudh, in your opinion, since you've been covering Assam elections for quite a long time in your life, and also you've seen the trends of how voters of Assam actually fall for such promises, or which, Do you feel that Assam is also in 2026, do you feel that Assam is witnessing the most polarizing elections ever in the state?
In polarizing elections from the state, it can say in certain terms it has been made in those languages, but there is quite a divide for that sort of a statement, because you see in this year's election, the number of seats, where the number of candidates of the Bharatiya Janata Party,
Yes.
there are 9 new faces, 9 young new faces,
Yes.
who are, for example, Dr. Milan Das of Hailakandi is contesting for BJP.
Yes.
You see, I have seen his political rise, right from Assam University Students Union, when he was a leader there. He was the GS of Assam University. He used to make buns like anything of the university. From there, he was a hardcore RSS guy.
Yes.
So these sort of candidates has been selected this time around, and he clearly the chief minister is mentioning if most Himachalis can stay in the opposing parties like the Congress, and he's trying to bring them back. So there is a sort of a line where he has clearly demarcated who he wants in his party and in his government.
All right, now coming back to your specialty regions, which is the Barak Valley. Just a few days ago, TMC Susmita Dev had announced that the Trinamool Congress would be contesting the elections independently without any alliance. Does this factor also picture in? Because if you look at Barak Valley, the BJP has a stronghold there, but it has got a lot of Bengali speaking Assamese people too there. So do you think with the TMC fighting alone, it's a double battle, because West Bengal is also having its elections in 2 phases, and the TMC is also going to be contesting the elections in Assam. Do you feel that this also changes the way that politicians or rather candidates need to assess their battle strategy?
Yeah, Akivito, let me just tell you why they are doing so. In fact, there is another, side to it.
Okay.
Like TMC, recently had a press clip in Guwahati, and he said not only Barak Valley, they are contesting in 51 seats.
Yes.
So out of 51 seats, we are looking for those sort of candidates. For example, one candidate from Udarban constituency of my district, Achar, wherein Tapas Das, one person, he didn't get a ticket. He's a very senior guy in the Congress,
Okay.
but he was not given the ticket. Ajit Singh, former minister, was given the ticket. So he moved to TMC and is likely to contest from TMC.
Okay.
There are many other cases, like BJP didn't give a ticket to Dholai's sitting MLA, Niyaranjan Das, who resigned yesterday. We asked him whether you are joining the TMC. That's what he said. I won't say anything as of now, but I'm going to contest the election.
Yes.
So that sort of things are going on. How many candidates they get who are defected from other parties, but this is what they are contesting, and they clearly said that this is not, this shows TMC wants to make their presence felt in Assam.
Yes.
They have made an entry a few years back,
Yes.
but they have to start winning seats. They have to start contesting elections, and they have to start winning seats.
All right. Also, I think due to time constraint, I will just be asking this last question regarding the AIUDF. AIUDF has always been a party spoiler for most of the political parties. Well, but in the most recent Lok Sabha elections, we saw that the AIUDF could not perform like they had been performing. So what is going on within the AIUDF party? Congress alleges that they are the BJP's B team. The BJP alleges that the AIUDF is the Congress's B team. But what is the role AIUDF is playing? And also, do you think that their election results will also reflect the fact that due to the polarization, do you think that the AIUDF also has an advantage?
You see, AIUDF is also losing its ground. The number of seats they had. In fact, 2 of them, Aminul Islam and Karimuddin Barwe from Sinai, these 2 sitting MLAs have resigned and they have joined AGP. You see, AGP is an alliance party. Assam Gana Politics is an alliance party of the BJP.
Yes.
And many from the AIUDF who doesn't want to join BJP, but they are joining the AGP so that,
Yes.
they will remain friends, but will not sit in the same and sort of a thing. That is the reason, AIDF is also confused this time. They have already announced a list of 3 times. They have announced a list of candidates that they are contesting. But it ought to be worth watching how many seats they get to win this time round. in 2026. Akibito.
All right, Anirudh, thank you so much for enlightening us with the latest that is taking place in Assam. Well, it's less than 20 days before Assam goes to poll for 126 seats. Well, all the political parties look optimistic, but we will be getting in touch with you again since there are lots of issues to be speaking about. But thank you so much for giving us an introduction to the state of Assam and especially how political parties are gearing up in Assam for the elections that is to take place on April 9th. Thank you so much. Well, that was our correspondent Anirudh Laskar, and he just informed, or rather he gave an idea or a picture of how things are playing out in Assam. Well, we see that all the political parties in Assam who are contesting this time in the Assam assembly elections are busy trying to locate candidates, or rather selecting candidates, or even waiting for defections. The other side of thing is, Anirudh had just mentioned that Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has really been doing his job. He has been going out for campaigns. He's had such lengthy campaigns, and also the fact he has been accepting a lot of Congress leaders into the BJP fold. Not only that, also the timing of the release of such schemes or Assam schemes by the CM could play a major factor in bringing back the BJP into power. Speaking about polarization happening in Assam, he has said that when the Chief Minister of Assam himself has said that the Mias would not vote for him, and that he is trying to attract voters of the votes from the indigenous tribes, I think that strategy seems to be working for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Well, Hornbill TV will be getting you all the latest updates regarding the Assam elections. Well, that is to take place on April 9, but before which we will be getting in touch with our correspondent from Assam and also trying to give our viewers a picture of what is actually happening there. So for more bulletins like this, keep watching Hornbill TV.
यूपी के ऐतिहासिक 9.12 लाख करोड़ के बजट में युवाओं के लिए उपहार